Now, take your timer hose and insert 2 AAA batteries. It will say plus and minus. Orient them the appropriate way. Snap the battery cap back on. When you press the power button, you should see a light to let you know that it's operational. Flip your cooker stand over. Take the threaded male pipe ends of your hose and insert it into the threaded cast burner hole. You will need an adjustable wrench to tighten. Now that your cooker assembly is complete, take your cooker stand and assembled hose, heat plate, and cast burner, and set up to cook. You want to make sure you are 10 feet from any combustible surfaces. You always want to cook on a non-combustible surface, and you want to be at least 25 feet away from any gases or flammable vapors. Next, we're going to connect our timer hose to our propane tank. Turn the type 1 connection, which is this black knob, clockwise to tighten. You want to make sure your regulator is set to off and also your propane tank is off. You want to turn on your battery operated timer by pressing the power button. Now we turn on the propane tank first. Turn it towards open, turning it counterclockwise. Next, you turn the regulator towards the on clockwise rotation. You will not hear gas flow. The gas begins to flow when the timer set red button is pressed. Turn your regulator back off. So now we want to check and run a quick leak test to make sure there's no leaks and no issues before we begin frying. You get a soapy water solution and a barbecue brush. And you want to test both fittings. Test that the type 1 propane tank connection, which right now should begin to majorly bubble if there is any gas leak, because the propane tank is on, as well as the regulator. There are no bubbles, so we're good to go on that end. Now, you want to check your fitting connection. In order to check that one, you will need to press the red button. Turn your regulator on. There is no excess bubbling, so we're tight on that end. Turn off your regulator. Turning your regulator back on. More of the soapy solution. We want to check the fittings, the connection right behind the regulator and the timer device, and the connection right behind the timer device and the hose. You want to ensure there is no gas leak before you begin cooking. We have no problems, no excess bubbling, so we will turn it off. Now you're ready to fry. Now you want to bring over your turkey pot. Place it center on the cooker. Remove the lid. It is important to never fry with the lid on. You use the lid in case there becomes any type of precipitation or rainfall to turn off your cooker and cover the oil, or also if you ever have any type of a grease fire. You would cover your pot to extinguish the oxygen and turn off your cooker. Take your lid and set it over by your propane tank so it does not overheat in case you need it. Take your 12-inch deep fry thermometer and remove the plastic tip on the end. Stick the thermometer down into the pot and make sure the clip is secure. You want to make sure the thermometer is going to be in the oil and not in the cavity of the turkey, as you will get a false reading and your oil could heat much higher than your thermometer is reading. Now we will add the oil. Now you take a 3-gallon of any of your favorite type of fry oil. We prefer a peanut blend as it adds added flavor as well as allows for a high smoke point, which is good with frying. This oil is going to get very hot, so the hotter you can get it without any issues, the better. You want to pour your oil into the pot, and our pots are marked with a maximum fill line. You do not want to exceed the max fill line. Make sure the amount of oil that your turkey will need. Larger turkeys need a little less. Smaller turkeys need a little more, but you do not go over the max fill line. If you're unsure about the amount of oil you need, place your turkey in the pot and test it by filling it with water first. This pot can handle up to a 20-pound turkey. The best frying size is between 14 and 17 pounds. Now you're set for frying. We'll come back and light the cooker in a little bit. We're going to go prep our turkey. Never leave your turkey pot full of oil unattended, and also never put an empty aluminum pot on a cooker without liquid inside. Make sure our propane tank is still open. Regulator should be set to off. You need to turn it clockwise to the on position. Make sure your timer device is still powered on. Press the black button to make sure. If there's no lights, press it again. You should see lights to ensure that it's on. Now, hold down and press the red set button to initiate gas flow. You hear the gas flowing? Light up the unit. Hold down the button for just a minute to ensure that ignition remains on. And now, we're ready to fry. You want to get your temperature up to 350 degrees. Nothing more to do now than wait for the oil to get hot. Every 15 minutes, your timer will blink to let you know it's time to reset. At any time, press the set button and the timer is reset. If it is not reset, gas flow will shut off. This is to ensure that someone is monitoring the product at all times.